Okay, so this is the pitch for the Foundation Portfolio Group 104, Group D.
Right, this is our pitch, and it's of our psychological thriller, which is with the working title Monopoly Reigns. This has a lot of sort of symbolism of our character's sort of life, habits, and the fact that, as you will find out, he has a monotonous life, which is really boring and average, and it drags on, and then something takes control and begins to reign over his lifestyle. Okay, so this is our synopsis. It's based around our character who's called Vincent, and he's stuck in this like irregular, sort of boring, mundane lifestyle. But then an opportunity comes up where he sort of kills someone, like a petty criminal, if you like, and it sort of gives him a bit of a release, a bit of a adrenaline boost, and he kind of gets addicted, and he likes the feeling. And then he's going to meet someone, and they become sort of in a semi-relationship, but he has to do the unthinkable and kill someone that she knows. It all goes a bit of a twist. Our unique selling point is our catchphrase, which is mind, body, two paths, two choices. We wanted our unique selling point to be short and sweet and consist of nouns and numbers. The numbers are representative of his two sort of paths and choices, his mind, obviously his psychological state, and his physical state, his need to kill people, to get away from his boring lifestyle, if you like. Yep.
So this is our 3-act treatment. So basically, in the beginning, we're introduced to him and his repetitive lifestyle, and then we but anyone who's going to watch it becomes sees that he becomes frustrated and bored and whatever with his everyday life, but then a change happens in his character, and so that sets the atmosphere for the middle of the film, which is when the changes lead him to wanting to escape the boredom and the routine, and then he's going to have to commit his first murder of a criminal, and he feels good because he's killing a criminal and stuff like that. And then of course he gets an adrenaline from this, he wants to keep doing it, he wants to find some more people to kill, but then he gets an interest in women, well not women, but a woman, because and she has a secret from him, and he unveils the secret, and then he has this dilemma of whether to set her free from this secret or let her keep living her life and living the lie and whatever. And then so at the end he struggles to decide how to follow up to this confession, the secret that she's got, and whether he wants to help her through or leave her to it. But then he decides to take action against the woman's mystery employer, and then that's got fatal consequences. So our influences are the film Brighton Rock. It's not really a thriller, but it's like shot in Brighton, and we wanted like the back streets of Brighton to add to the effect. We want it to be raining, but you can't really tell in this English weather, so we've got it because we'd like some like interesting shots and get a sense of like landscape and stuff. And then our narrative is going to be based on Fight Club because it's a similar genre. It's a psychological thriller, and he wants to get out of his normal life. And then our characterisation is going to be basically based around the opening title sequence of Seven, which is where we aim to characterise, but we don't want to give much away, so it's going to be quite secretive and just like Seven. Anyway. And so basically, with our marketing, there's going to be like the different ways. So for example, the Blair Witch Project, where they made up this whole lie and got everyone like in a thing about it, and then made it all interesting, and there was a massive hype. And then we also want to do things like on Facebook and Twitter, because they're like the main things that people go to find out their news sources nowadays. We're going to set up like a YouTube channel to get like trailers on, and yeah. So,
Right, so our choice in making using viral marketing would be obviously because a lot of movies choose to use that, and it gives a lot of people the chance to see it. It'll give us a lot of exposure, and it acts as a way of gauging our audience and how they react to it. Because obviously with YouTube we get the comments, so we'll be able to know if people are liking it, if we should make more trailers, make more merchandise that people will like and want to get. And also there will be Facebook pages, which means that we'll be able to see how many people like the movie, and it'll also be very easy to share because it's like on all those social media sites. Our target audience would be adults, not any kind of adult specifically, not any specific gender, just adults who are interested in the genre, psychological thrillers. We kind of decided to shoot our first trailer during a pretty big event, which would be X Factor, because they have a very large viewership, and our main audience would probably be somewhere in that. So it would be good for us to show it there. So in summary, our USP, we've chosen that because it links into our genre pretty well, which gives the audience kind of a tell of how it's going to be. With our 3-act treatment, everything's been chosen because it really fits into the genre, as with all other things will be. It's going to show all the information, the audience is going to be able to follow along with the action, they're going to be able to really get into it, and they'll be able to enjoy it well. Our influences, Brighton Rock, obviously, will be in the same location. We'll be able to get everywhere, we'll be able to use different places, and we'll be able to find really effective areas to shoot and get shots. And our marketing and audience approval will be very easy to do and will be very effective.
Cool. Any questions? Yeah.
Straight in there, Josh.
Because I was reading a little bit of it and it said, sorry, what was your main character called?
Vincent.
Vincent. He is an anti-hero because obviously what he did is wrong, actually.
Yeah, we kind of went like a vigilante style thing. So
Yeah.
he kills people to make up for it. Like he kills people for the release, but to make up for it, he's killing criminals because it makes him feel a bit better.
Is there going to be a clear hero in your?
Well, we wanted it to be this character Vincent, but he's kind of more of an anti-hero, so we did really go around the straight down protagonist road.
There was also kind of a thing where this was pretty early on when we were thinking about Vincent. He was kind of supposed to be this guy that's not too bothered about what's going on, because the area that he works at is kind of corrupt.
Kind of like rough area, so he just wants to.
So there won't really be a clear hero.
But then you also have to think about it as in he's doing this woman that he meets a favour because she's been under the pressure of this secret, and he releases her from it. But as it says, it doesn't always go to plan. So.
Just one more quick thing. Sorry. It kind of reminded me of a film. I don't know if you, in some way, it kind of reminded me. Have you seen American Psycho?
Yeah, I've seen American Psycho.
I think maybe you should watch it. And you probably get some good ideas from that because it kind of sounded a little bit similar.
Yeah.
You might be able to.
I think that's a bit more psychological because he's a bit more sort of obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah.
We sort of went just through the release.
Okay.
Like his stress and his boredom and his repetitive.
Cool.
How old is this guy?
I would say about mid-age, 30, 40, late 30.
It seems like.
Because in our synopsis we've got down that he's like sort of this office monkey, so he's been working there for years, like stuck in the same job, and that's how it sort of builds up to where one day he just snaps.
Any other questions? So perhaps I would suggest sort of mid-20s and upwards, people that are working rather than. because they can relate to that. And
Yeah.
so your hero is quite sort of subversive in a way, isn't he? A la Fight Club and American Psycho. As an audience, I'm not quite sure. Are we meant to like him or not?
Yeah, I think you are. Because it's a bit.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah, but you take sympathy for him because you follow him throughout the film. It's like, have you ever seen Dexter? Anyone? It's like you feel sympathetic for him. So it's kind of like that thing. Even though you know he's doing bad, you feel sympathy because you get to know the character. Obviously, we'll characterise him strongly.
Technically speaking, you don't even have to like him because you can just figure out, you know, what you think of him just by going through the course of the movie.
But would you like to like him as a character?
I think if I was him, I would like to.
Okay.
Probably won't
So
happen.
it's obviously
Maybe. That's a maybe. Okay, also, I was a bit puzzled about your ending. Are you actually going to conclude it with this? Is going to be a murder with this woman, or are they getting together, or do we like her?
I would have thought, well, we sort of left it to mystery because we were like, oh, so whatever happens at the end has got fatal consequences. So, like, it could be that, I don't know if we're going to leave it up to audience or we'll kind of just follow it through, but it's that someone's going to die.
Okay. I like your tagline, by the way. All right, thank you very much.